right, ladies and gentlemen, trans, pans, anything else I happen to sans, how y'all doing tonight? You know, that's not bad, but come on, look how many motherfuckers in this room. You can do a hell of a lot better than that. This is our 7th anniversary at Yellow Cab Tavern. How you doing tonight? I like it. Please give a huge round of applause. Your host for the first half, it's Johnathon.
Oop, there we go. Evening, everybody. 7 years. So, 7 years ago, roughly on this day, I noticed that the show that was supposed to happen the night before at Canal Public House, which if you're not old enough to have gone to a show at Canal Public House or Canal Street Tavern, you missed out on something great in this city. But I noticed that the show that was supposed to happen at Canal Public House had been moved to another venue. So I looked into the show the night before. I noticed it had also been moved to another venue. So the ever-talented Paige Beller was the bartender at Canal Public House at that time, which, by the way, check out Paige Beller's music. She's an amazing solo artist, has a band called Jasper the Colossal, who I also love. As I messaged Paige on the internets, as we called them at the time, and I'm like, so is Canal Public House still open? Turns out it wasn't. We had a show that night. Paige is like, hang on, let me see what I can do. Because in addition to being amazingly talented, Paige Beller gives a fuck about art in this community. And my neck just did something weird, but I'll deal with that for the next 3 weeks, not right now. Yeah. I threw my upper back out brushing my teeth when I was 28. But so Paige is like, let me make some phone calls or message some people on the internets. And Paige gets back to me a couple hours later, and she's like, "Do you know the people at Yellow Cab?" And I was like, "Kind of, because I've been coming to events here since the taxi cab lifts were still back where the bar is now." That's the real price of getting old, remembering what it used to look like in here. And we were like, okay, so we move a show and we put signs up all over at outside of Canal Public House saying, hey, we're at Yellow Cab. Here's the address. 5 hours notice. We had, was it 128 people? Yeah. That's right. It was a great little dance troupe, group, collective, whatever you want to call them. And we've been here ever since. So give it up to everybody at Yellow Cab Tavern, A, for putting up with us. Give it up for yourselves for continuing to come out and support an event to allow us to be here for 7 years, because if you guys don't show up, I'm just in the basement reading poetry out loud by myself, and then my fiance breaks up with me because I look like a crazy person. You did make it through 2020, and that's basically what we were doing when we were doing Insta Slams. They were poetry events on Instagram, and we also had a Discord chat. Yeah. The Discord was pretty cool, but we should. We're on Discord, by the way. Don't ask us what the information is. You have to have the invite actual URL address. You can't just search for the community name. Discord's weird. But And also give it up for Link and myself for having the good sense never to try and sing songs on this stage during the open mic. That's because you two can sing. I sound like Scott Stapp and Bruce Springsteen ate a bunch of food, got real constipated, then went to karaoke night when I try to sing. It's nothing worth witnessing, but it's everything worth witnessing. So that's the abbreviated story of how we got here. If you want a list of all the venues we performed at prior to arriving at Yellow Cab Tavern, that's what Link's here for, because he's been doing this for 20 years in August. 20 years!
How many times I've tried to get the hell out of this show and I just keep getting sucked back into it?
One day will be good enough for you, Link.
One day I can retire.
We're going to throw Link a retirement party, get him a Slam Poet gold watch, which is just a watch we got at the Dollar General store that we spray painted gold. He can't tell what time it is because we couldn't afford painter's tape.